Evgeny Bobryshev, it's good to see you again. It's been a long time since I've seen you. We're here at WSX this weekend. Just obviously, I'm sure you're a fan of the sport, so you watch AMS Supercross. How good is it to see the sport go global and see Supercross here in the UK?
Yeah, it's it's one of the biggest events in Europe right now. So it's kind of I could not miss that, and but I have a strange feeling to be here because look at everything what's happening and people. Packing and getting ready for racing, I feel like weird feeling inside my body that, I have to be also part of that. But I have to just watch tomorrow and then enjoy the day.
And have you ever been to an AMS Supercross yourself to watch?
Oh yeah, in the US, yeah.
Walking into this stadium and seeing the track, how would that compare when you first walk into an AMA Supercross? Is the track on par? Or?
Oh, you mean back in the US?
Yeah,
it's different there. It's completely different. Like this track looks way more easy, I would say, than in the US, yeah. And but I think it's good because it's kind of WS6, so it's for I would say like for. Good riders and with not good levers, so it's suitable because if they would build, proper American Supercross track, it would be completely different because the whoops over there it's 2 meter high, it's massive, and here's they're right, I think I can go myself with my outdoor suspension through them, so.
And seeing Ken Roxon and Eli Tomac here racing a Supercross race in Wales, I think that's really good for the sport. And if WSX continue to grow, I think that can only be a positive to help the sport grow outside America.
Yeah, it is like them big names, coming over here. You don't see them often to be in Europe because they have a really busy schedule over there in the US. So, and now they're here, so that would be a good. To see it live, and then just to chat to the boys because I know Ken since he stepped up the first GP in Portugal. Aguilera, he was I think 16.
Yeah.
So since that time, I know him, and then it's good to see him over here, back to Europe and race over here. Tomac also because you not see him often coming here. And also many French good riders here, so I think it would be interesting races to watch.
And just on you, obviously a lot happened this year, and with the stuff in Russia and Ukraine. Where have you been based all year? What have you been doing? You obviously haven't been able to race, which I'm sure is very frustrating, but out of your control. So what's your year been like? Very strange, I can imagine.
It's frustrating to see what's happening in the world. That's definitely, but I don't know, maybe not many people knows, but I do live in Netherlands since I was 17, so I have everything set up there. So all my life, my kids born there. My family has Dutch passport. I have like a resident card, and my like side business there also. And probably 99% I'm there. And since March, when they announced that Russian athlete cannot participate in the races, to be honest, I was looking like everything where I could race. I call many countries, but unfortunately, all of them, like all the federation affiliated with FIM, and then I was depressed, to be honest, because I went to US to get ready for AMA outdoors.
Yeah.
British, I set the goals, I was so concentrated for this year. I was so motivated and pumped, to step into that year. But then when they when they stopped me, when you love the sport and then you put all your heart into this, into the motocross, and then somebody just said listen, you cannot race, and then it's not your fault really. It's what's happening. Why we have to be mixing with political situation there because we don't have that power to make the changing,
And what have you stayed in the Netherlands the whole time, or where have you been based yourself? And have you been doing many laps around tracks, or where have you been doing that?
No, Yeah, I stay in Netherlands. Yeah, I put into the family more time, because at the same time I was trying to find a way because I put my bike on the side. So I went riding a few times since March, and then I traveled back to Russia in August to visit my mom and my father for a couple of weeks and pick up my dog from there. We left the dog there. So and then I organized the school there. So I had a group of kids. I was teaching for a day, enjoy the time a little bit. But then most of the time I was in Netherlands, and then I was in England to do some riding, testing a little bit, and not much, to be honest, not much.
So you've sort of maybe seen your future, what it's going to be like when you step away from the sport, but at the same time that probably makes you motivated to come back next year, and fingers crossed. I'm not sure if you've heard anything, if you'll be able to race next year or not.
No, at the moment it's still quiet, because I see a few days ago there was the news that Boxing Association, they allowed Russian fighters to fight worldwide, So I hope
that
FIM.
Could be the first step.
Yeah, but also tennis players, a hockey player, they can play. So I hope FIM can look at the situation differently, and it's nothing changing, So why we have to be affected by that, And then I hope,
Do you have any new gloves will be in your kit bag?
Oh no, new no.
Do you have any good?
So yeah, just on this year, are you still motivated to come back and race, or has this annoyed you, or you're pissed off with the sport and stuff now, or are you motivated to come back and show what you can do? Because obviously you've been away from racing for a year now, so I'm sure you miss it.
It's difficult, yeah, definitely. But I still motivated, but I have to really try to find a way, because I still hope, the finger crossed, like I said, the FIM can look at the different situation, allow Russian athletes to race, because that's what I'm living for, I love the sport badly, and then next year I would do AMA outdoors definitely.
The full championship, if you're allowed, or just some?
9-10 rounds around, yeah. So most of them,
and then 11 next year.
Yeah, and bridge, yeah. So I have to find a way because I have also applied for the Dutch passport, but the problem is it's taking a bit longer as it's lots of. They're really busy, government. But I explained them the situation, so they said we try to do it quicker, but it's difficult, So at the moment, I had also yesterday I talked to FIM representative, the guy from FIM, yeah. He said the situation is difficult, but it's somehow not under them control. So there is not so exactly right information, but they have a meeting in December. I hope they can maybe change something.
Fingers crossed. And just you really wanted to race this year. I believe you looked into even racing in Hungary and Ireland. Is that true? I heard you even looked into racing in Ireland. I'm not sure if that's true.
Where
or not.
Is that? So?
Ireland and Hungary. Is that the?
Oh,
I heard you looked into racing in those two. So that just shows how much that you wanted to race and you weren't able to do it. So it must be frustrating. We would have loved to see you in Ireland.
To be honest, I look at the South Africa, Brazil, many countries, and then Hungary also. But they all, like I said, with FIM. But then there was the big hope, Canada. Yeah, they told me the first time I can race because they're not affiliated with FIM. So I made a deal with gas over there. So they were preparing everything. And then a few weeks later, FIM sent the mail with warning saying, listen, if you let Bobryshev race, we put sanction on your federation somehow. And then they contacted me back and said, listen, I'm really sorry, but we don't want to have a problem with FIM. And then I was dude, I was feeling fired up inside, how it's possible, And you know me, even if I change my passport or something, my personality stays the same, it's just the paperwork. But somehow they pushing that the athletes, Russians is not riding. They're not even looking the different, maybe individual situations. Many people, same as me, I'm living most of my life in Europe. I have everything, paying taxes, selling company, business over there, like wife, the kids born in Europe, but they don't care. Because I have whole Russian passport, that's it. Like, you cannot fucking race.
It's crazy. And just on the MXGP World Championship this season, did you pay close attention to it? Obviously, last year was unbelievable racing. This year, Tim Geiser kind of ran away with the World Championship. But I still thought it was fairly good racing, although the rider entries is maybe quite worrying, and maybe something we hope is better for next year.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This year was boring. Like,
it was alright.
It was alright, but I mean, like, compared last year when
exactly.
Herlings and Febvre were really like in a good level, battling every race, and I think for me it was a bit boring this year. So I was like, how about the TV on? I see like Jimmy's gone, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, I go do something else because then it's boring. Jimmy's gone. There's people like second, third is far away, but I still was following. Definitely, I followed the sport. It for sure upset me, like I said, because they kind of I would say dropped me with the situation, and then I was like upset. So I wasn't not interesting for a while to follow that.
And obviously, you mentioned you want to do the MA Nationals next year. We saw Josh Gilbert do some this year.
Yeah.
I mean, he was comfortably top 15, I would say, and he was
Yeah.
pushing for top 10 results. Does that motivate you? You could maybe be knocking on the door for top 10 if you get a good winter under your belt?
I'm not thinking like the way I could be. For sure, I have some ideas, like they definitely, because this year I supposed to do MA also, and but I couldn't do that also. But then still, like it's motivate me just to go and race there, something different, have fun, like and build fans over there. And I have many people who follow me from US. When everything has happened, I had so much support from US saying like, this is ridiculous. It's not possible that stop you racing, But and I love the country. I like the US. My family like it. It's like it's big, nice. The weather is warm. So I would like to go there and like travel, meet the new people, and then try different tracks, and race outdoor because it's I like the tracks what they have there.